Hello folks, and welcome back to the Folklore of Being. This is Deaf Omens, the Bat and the Weasel. This is going to be the final in the series of animals as Deaf Omens for now, because quite a few of them are very repetitive in the sense that the number 3 is involved, digging around 3 times, flying around 3 times, etc. So because of that, we're just going to have a very sort of casual chit-chat, cup of tea, about the bat and the weasel. In folklore, the bat is known as the devil's bird because it was thought that it was a creature who served the devil, or was in fact the spicy one himself in disguise. As a death omen, if they fly 3 times around your home, then death or misfortune awaits. And of course, as with many of these portents of mortal peril, the remedy to ward them off is to nail the poor thing to your front door. So working my way through my folklore books, and I'm seeing that animals as embodiments of the soul or as death omens have sprung up these rather disgusting and cruel methods of treatment when it comes to encountering the omen. Generally, it seems that the main method of neutralising an ill omen was to just kill the poor thing. But folk magic was often utilised as a means of protecting yourself from spiritual forces. So, for instance, you would use charms or talismans or spells and incantations to ward off omens or spirits who are influencing your fate. In my video on dogs in otherworldly folklore, I described how the howling or barking of a dog was an ill portent, and how the use of the sole of the foot in a charm against the deaf omen was quite prevalent. And our next deaf omen, the weasel, was involved in dogs as deaf omens because the tail of a weasel underfoot was said to silence a dog's barking, just like the herb hound's tongue and spitting was said to do. Now, weasels, if you were ever to meet on your journey or see one in your garden, would mean that your death was imminent before the year was out. And they were often thought to be associated with witches as familiars and witches themselves in disguise, the same way the bat is seen to be the devil or devil's familiars. Dorset legend has it that they can change into fairy folk, so it's probably better for us to treat the weasel with a bit of respect, since we don't know if it's a witch, a familiar spirit, or maybe something far more ancient. So to end the video, I will say that it is understandable that our ancestors saw death omens everywhere. Life for them was far more fragile and nature was far more raw. Life and livelihood depended on a good knowledge of not only the lands being worked or the animals living the land, but of the myriad of spirits, deities and creatures that could magically dictate nature and cause mischief and pestilence.